Introduction to recipe creation. Recipe creation is a blend of art and science, requiring both creativity and a systematic approach to develop dishes that are delicious, consistent, and appealing. It involves understanding the fundamental components of food, how they interact, and how various cooking methods transform them into a cohesive culinary experience. A well-crafted recipe provides clear instructions, ensuring reproducibility and enabling others to achieve the same desired outcome. This foundational process is crucial for chefs, food developers, and culinary enthusiasts alike, forming the bedrock of all gastronomic endeavors. Mastering recipe creation allows for innovation, adaptation, and the consistent delivery of high-quality food products. It is a journey of discovery, experimentation, and refinement, where every ingredient and step plays a vital role in the final dish. The journey of recipe development often begins with an inspiration, which could be a specific ingredient, a cultural dish, a dietary need, or a desire to innovate. This initial spark then leads to conceptualization, where ideas are brainstormed and potential ingredient combinations are considered. Research plays a significant role, involving exploring existing recipes, understanding ingredient properties, and identifying target flavor profiles. Experimentation follows, where ingredients are combined and cooked, often with multiple iterations to fine-tune proportions and techniques. Documentation is paramount throughout this process, meticulously recording every change and observation to ensure a repeatable and scalable final product. Understanding core ingredients. Core ingredients form the foundation of any recipe, providing essential flavors, textures, and nutritional value. Understanding their individual properties is crucial for successful recipe creation and adaptation. For instance, knowing the fat content of different dairy products or the starch levels in various potatoes allows for informed substitutions and adjustments. The quality and freshness of ingredients significantly impact the final dish, so sourcing high-quality produce, meats, and pantry staples is paramount. Each ingredient brings unique characteristics to a recipe, influencing everything from cooking time to the overall sensory experience. Recognizing these intrinsic qualities enables a chef to predict outcomes and manipulate flavors effectively. This deep knowledge is what truly elevates a cook to a culinary artist. Ingredients can be broadly categorized into several groups, each serving distinct purposes within a recipe. Proteins, such as meats, fish, and legumes, provide structure and richness. Carbohydrates, found in grains, starches, and sugars, offer energy and contribute to texture and browning. Fats, from oils, butter, and nuts, enhance flavor, carry aromas, and provide moisture. Vegetables and fruits contribute vitamins, minerals, fiber, and a wide array of flavors and colors. Herbs and spices are used in smaller quantities to add complexity, aroma, and depth, transforming simple dishes into extraordinary ones. Understanding these roles is key to balancing a recipe and achieving desired culinary results. Flavor profiles and pairing. Flavor profiles are the unique combinations of tastes, aromas, and textures that define a dish, creating a distinctive culinary identity. Understanding the 5 basic tastes, sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami, is fundamental to building complex and balanced flavors. Beyond these, aroma plays a critical role, as much of what we perceive as flavor is actually smell, influencing our enjoyment and recognition of food. Texture, mouthfeel, and temperature also contribute significantly to the overall sensory experience, adding layers of complexity. A skilled recipe creator learns to manipulate these elements to achieve harmony and excitement in their dishes, ensuring every bite is a delightful experience. This holistic approach to flavor is what distinguishes memorable cuisine. Successful flavor pairing involves combining ingredients that complement or contrast each other in a way that enhances the overall taste experience. This can be achieved through various strategies, such as pairing ingredients with similar aromatic compounds, like tomatoes and basil, or creating balance through contrast, such as sweet and sour elements. Understanding regional cuisines and their traditional pairings offers a rich source of inspiration for new combinations. Experimentation is key, as unexpected pairings can sometimes lead to groundbreaking culinary discoveries. Ultimately, the goal is to create a symphony of flavors where each component contributes to a harmonious and exciting whole, leaving a lasting impression on the palate. Recipe structure and format. A well-structured recipe is essential for clarity, consistency, and ease of use, ensuring that anyone can follow it successfully. It typically begins with a clear title, a brief description, and yield information, indicating how many servings the recipe produces. Prep time and cook time are also crucial details, helping users plan their cooking process efficiently. The ingredient list should be precise, specifying quantities, measurements, and any necessary preparations like chopped or diced. Ingredients are usually listed in the order they are used, which streamlines the cooking flow. This meticulous organization prevents confusion and reduces the likelihood of errors during preparation, making the recipe accessible to all skill levels. The instructions section of a recipe must be written in a clear, concise, and sequential manner, using active voice and imperative verbs. Each step should be numbered and focus on a single action or a small group of related actions, avoiding overly complex sentences. Specific temperatures, cooking times, and visual cues for doneness, e.g., cook until golden brown, are vital for achieving consistent results. Tips for success, variations, or serving suggestions can be included at the end to enhance the user's experience. Proper formatting, such as using bullet points for ingredients and numbered steps for instructions, significantly improves readability and user-friendliness, making the recipe a valuable tool for anyone in the kitchen. Ingredient sourcing and quality. Sourcing high-quality ingredients is a cornerstone of exceptional recipe creation, directly impacting the flavor, texture, and nutritional value of the final dish. Understanding where your ingredients come from, how they are grown or raised, and their journey to your kitchen is vital. Freshness is paramount, especially for produce, herbs, and seafood, as it directly correlates with vibrant flavors and desirable textures. Establishing relationships with local farmers, reputable suppliers, and specialty stores can ensure a consistent supply of superior ingredients. Prioritizing quality over mere cost often leads to more flavorful and satisfying culinary outcomes, reflecting a commitment to excellence in every dish. This careful selection process is an investment in the overall success of any recipe. Evaluating ingredient quality involves sensory assessment, looking for visual cues, aromas, and tactile characteristics. For example, fresh vegetables should be firm, brightly colored, and free from blemishes, while fruits should have a pleasant aroma and appropriate ripeness. Meats and poultry should exhibit good color, firm texture, and no off odors. Understanding seasonality is also crucial, as ingredients are often at their peak flavor and nutritional value when in season. Utilizing seasonal produce not only enhances taste, but can also be more sustainable and cost-effective. Developing a keen eye and palate for quality is an ongoing learning process that significantly refines a recipe creator's craft. Basic cooking techniques. Mastering basic cooking techniques is fundamental to successful recipe creation and execution, providing the building blocks for more complex dishes. Techniques like sautéing, roasting, boiling, and simmering each impart distinct characteristics to ingredients, influencing texture, flavor, and appearance. Sautéing, for example, involves cooking food quickly in a small amount of fat over high heat, creating a desirable browned crust and concentrated flavors. Roasting uses dry heat in an oven, resulting in tender interiors and crispy exteriors. Understanding the principles behind these methods allows a recipe creator to select the most appropriate technique for each ingredient and desired outcome, ensuring consistency and quality. These foundational skills are indispensable for any culinary professional. Beyond the primary cooking methods, essential knife skills are crucial for efficient and safe food preparation, ensuring uniform cuts that cook evenly. Proper seasoning, understanding when and how to apply salt, pepper, and other spices is vital for enhancing natural flavors without overpowering them. Emulsification, the process of combining two liquids that don't naturally mix, like oil and vinegar for a vinaigrette, is another key technique that adds richness and stability to sauces. Developing proficiency in these basic techniques not only improves the quality of dishes, but also builds confidence and efficiency in the kitchen, enabling more creative and complex recipe development. Advanced cooking methods. Advanced cooking methods elevate culinary creations, allowing for greater control over texture, flavor, and presentation. Techniques such as sous vide involve cooking food in a precisely temperature-controlled water bath, resulting in perfectly cooked, tender, and moist ingredients every time. Molecular gastronomy explores the physical and chemical transformations of ingredients during cooking, leading to innovative textures and forms like foams, spheres, and gels. Fermentation, an ancient preservation method, is now widely used to develop complex umami-rich flavors in ingredients like kimchi, sourdough, and kombucha. These methods require a deeper understanding of food science and specialized equipment, pushing the boundaries of traditional cooking. They offer exciting possibilities for unique recipe development. Beyond these, smoking and curing are advanced techniques that impart distinctive flavors and extend shelf life, often used for meats and fish. Confit, a method of slow cooking food in its own fat, yields incredibly tender and flavorful results. Understanding the principles of heat transfer, emulsification stability, and ingredient reactions at a molecular level is crucial for successfully implementing these advanced methods. Integrating these techniques into recipe creation opens up a world of sophisticated textures, intensified flavors, and visually stunning presentations. It allows chefs to create truly unique and memorable dining experiences, showcasing their mastery and innovation. Recipe scaling and adjustments. Recipe scaling involves adjusting ingredient quantities and cooking times to change the yield of a recipe, whether to serve more or fewer people. This process requires careful calculation to maintain the original flavor profile and ingredient ratios. Simply multiplying or dividing all ingredients by a factor is often the starting point, but certain ingredients, like spices, herbs, and leavening agents, may need more nuanced adjustments to avoid overpowering or underperforming. Understanding how different ingredients behave when scaled, especially in large quantities, is crucial for preventing undesirable changes in texture or taste. Accurate scaling ensures that the integrity of the original recipe is preserved, regardless of the batch size. This skill is vital for both home cooks and professional kitchens. Adjustments extend beyond simple scaling to accommodate variations in ingredient quality, equipment, or even altitude. For instance, baking recipes often require adjustments for high altitudes due to changes in atmospheric pressure. Different ovens can vary in temperature, necessitating slight modifications to baking times or temperatures. Ingredient substitutions, whether for dietary reasons or availability, also fall under adjustments and require an understanding of how the replacement will affect the recipe's balance. Thorough testing and tasting are essential after any significant adjustment to ensure the desired outcome. Documenting these changes is vital for future reference and consistency, making the recipe adaptable and robust. Dietary restrictions and adaptations. Adapting recipes for dietary restrictions is an increasingly important skill for any recipe creator, catering to a diverse range of health needs and ethical choices. Common restrictions include gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, vegetarian, nut-free, and low-sodium diets. Understanding the specific ingredients to avoid and appropriate substitutes is crucial for maintaining flavor, texture, and nutritional balance. For instance, replacing wheat flour with a blend of gluten-free flours requires knowledge of their different properties to achieve a similar result. Similarly, finding plant-based alternatives for meat or dairy involves creativity and an understanding of how these substitutes behave in cooking. Thoughtful adaptation ensures that everyone can enjoy delicious and safe meals. Successful adaptation often involves more than simple substitutions. It requires a holistic approach to ingredient function and flavor development. When creating a vegan dish, for example, one must consider not only replacing meat and dairy, but also building umami and richness from plant-based sources. For allergen-free recipes, strict cross-contamination protocols are essential to ensure safety. Researching alternative ingredients, experimenting with different ratios, and understanding the nutritional implications of changes are all part of the adaptation process. The goal is to create recipes that are not just compliant, but also genuinely appealing and satisfying, offering inclusive culinary experiences for all diners. Food safety and hygiene. Maintaining stringent food safety and hygiene standards is non-negotiable in recipe creation and management, protecting consumers from foodborne illnesses. This involves understanding and implementing practices like proper hand washing, preventing cross-contamination, and ensuring ingredients are stored at correct temperatures. Raw meats, poultry, and seafood must be kept separate from ready-to-eat foods to avoid the transfer of harmful bacteria. Regular cleaning and sanitizing of all kitchen surfaces, utensils, and equipment are also critical steps in preventing microbial growth. Adhering to these guidelines is not just a legal requirement, but a fundamental ethical responsibility for anyone handling food, ensuring the well-being of those who consume the dishes. It safeguards both reputation and public health. Temperature control is a vital aspect of food safety, as bacteria multiply rapidly in the danger zone between 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius and 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius. Recipes must specify appropriate cooking temperatures to destroy pathogens and safe cooling methods to minimize bacterial growth. Rapid cooling of hot foods, typically within 2 hours, is essential before refrigeration. Proper thawing techniques, such as in the refrigerator or under cold running water, also prevent bacterial proliferation. Understanding expiration dates and practicing FIFO, first in, first out, inventory management for ingredients, helps ensure freshness and reduces waste. Comprehensive training in food safety principles is indispensable for all culinary professionals, ensuring every dish is not only delicious, but also safe. Costing and pricing recipes. Accurate recipe costing is a critical management skill for any culinary business, determining the true financial viability of a dish. It involves calculating the exact cost of every ingredient used, down to the smallest pinch of spice, based on current market prices. Labor costs, overheads, and waste also need to be factored into the overall cost analysis to get a comprehensive picture. Understanding the cost per serving allows businesses to set appropriate selling prices that ensure profitability while remaining competitive in the market. Without precise costing, a business risks underpricing dishes and losing money, or overpricing and deterring customers. This financial discipline is as important as culinary skill in a professional setting. Pricing strategies for recipes go beyond just covering costs. They involve market analysis, understanding perceived value, and considering target profit margins. Different pricing models exist, such as cost-plus pricing, competitive pricing, or value-based pricing, each suited for different business objectives and market positions. For example, a gourmet restaurant might use value-based pricing, while a catering company might lean towards cost-plus. Regularly reviewing and updating ingredient costs is essential due to market fluctuations. Effective pricing ensures sustainability and growth for a culinary venture, allowing for investment in quality ingredients, staff, and innovation. It's a delicate balance between profitability and customer satisfaction that requires continuous monitoring and adjustment. Recipe testing and iteration. Recipe testing is an iterative process crucial for refining and perfecting a dish, ensuring consistency, flavor balance, and ease of execution. It involves preparing the recipe multiple times, often with slight variations, to identify any flaws or areas for improvement. Every element, from ingredient quantities and cooking times to specific techniques, is scrutinized. Detailed notes are taken during each test, documenting observations about taste, texture, appearance, and overall appeal. This systematic approach allows for objective evaluation and targeted adjustments. Without thorough testing, a recipe may yield inconsistent results or fail to meet expectations, undermining its reliability and potential success. It is an essential step in transforming an idea into a foolproof culinary guide. Iteration involves making precise adjustments based on testing feedback, then retesting the modified recipe. This cycle of test, evaluate, adjust, and retest continues until the desired outcome is consistently achieved. Feedback from multiple tasters, including those with varying palates, can provide valuable insights and help identify blind spots. Common adjustments might include altering seasoning levels, modifying cooking temperatures or durations, or refining preparation steps for clarity. The goal is to create a recipe that is not only delicious, but also robust enough to be successfully reproduced by others. This continuous refinement ensures the recipe's quality and reliability, making it a valuable asset. Recipe documentation and storage. Thorough recipe documentation is paramount for consistency, intellectual property protection, and efficient kitchen operations. A well-documented recipe includes not only the ingredient list and step-by-step instructions, but also details like yield, prep time, cook time, equipment needed, and any specific notes on technique or ingredient sourcing. Nutritional information, allergen warnings, and costings can also be included, making the recipe a comprehensive resource. This detailed record ensures that the dish can be reproduced accurately by anyone, regardless of their familiarity with the original creator. Proper documentation transforms a culinary idea into a tangible, repeatable asset, crucial for both personal and commercial use. It is the backbone of a successful culinary venture. Effective recipe storage and management systems are essential for easy retrieval, version control, and collaboration. This can range from physical binders for handwritten recipes to sophisticated digital databases and cloud-based platforms. Digital systems offer advantages like searchable databases, easy sharing, and the ability to track changes and revisions over time. Categorizing recipes by cuisine, ingredient, meal type, or dietary restriction improves accessibility. Regular backups are crucial to prevent loss of valuable culinary intellectual property. A well-organized system ensures that recipes are not only preserved, but also readily available and adaptable for future use, supporting continuous innovation and operational efficiency in any kitchen environment. Marketing and presentation. Effective marketing and captivating presentation are crucial for a recipe's success, transforming a delicious dish into a desirable culinary experience. High-quality food photography is paramount, showcasing the dish's visual appeal, textures, and colors in an enticing manner. A well-written recipe description, using evocative language, can tell a story and highlight key flavors or unique aspects, drawing in potential cooks or diners. Social media platforms, food blogs, and culinary websites provide powerful channels for sharing recipes and building a community around them. Engaging with an audience through compelling visuals and narratives helps to generate interest and encourages others to try the recipe, extending its reach and impact. This strategic approach is vital for culinary professionals. Presentation goes beyond just photography. It encompasses the plating of the dish itself, which significantly impacts the dining experience. Thoughtful plating considers color, texture, height, and negative space to create an aesthetically pleasing arrangement. Garnishes, when used judiciously, can enhance both visual appeal and flavor. Understanding the target audience and tailoring marketing efforts accordingly is also key. For example, a family-friendly recipe might be marketed with simple, comforting imagery, while a gourmet dish would require sophisticated, artistic presentation. The combination of strong marketing and exquisite presentation elevates a recipe, from mere instructions to a memorable culinary journey, driving both appreciation and demand. Culinary trends and innovations. Staying abreast of culinary trends and fostering innovation are essential for recipe creators to remain relevant and inspire new gastronomic experiences. Trends can emerge from various sources, including health consciousness, e.g., plant-based diets, gut health, global influences, e.g., specific regional cuisines gaining popularity, technological advancements, e.g., precision cooking, and sustainability concerns, e.g., zero-waste cooking. Understanding these evolving preferences allows chefs to anticipate demand and develop recipes that resonate with contemporary tastes. Innovation is not just about creating entirely new dishes, but also about reinterpreting classics, experimenting with novel ingredient combinations, or applying traditional techniques in new ways. This dynamic engagement keeps the culinary world exciting and forward-moving. Fostering innovation requires a curious mindset, a willingness to experiment, and a deep understanding of culinary principles. It involves exploring new ingredients, techniques, and cultural influences, then creatively integrating them into unique recipes. Collaboration with other chefs, food scientists, and producers can spark groundbreaking ideas and lead to unexpected discoveries. Attending food festivals, workshops, and industry events provides valuable insights into emerging trends and networking opportunities. The ability to adapt and evolve with the culinary landscape is a hallmark of a successful recipe creator, ensuring their work remains fresh, exciting, and impactful. This continuous pursuit of novelty and excellence drives the future of food. Sustainability in recipe development. Incorporating sustainability into recipe development is becoming increasingly vital, addressing environmental concerns and promoting responsible food practices. This involves making conscious choices about ingredients, sourcing, and waste reduction throughout the recipe creation process. Prioritizing local and seasonal ingredients reduces carbon footprint and supports regional economies. Opting for plant-forward recipes or reducing reliance on resource-intensive ingredients, like certain meats, can significantly lessen environmental impact. Understanding the origins of ingredients and choosing those produced through ethical and sustainable farming methods is also crucial. Sustainable recipe development is not just a trend, but a necessary evolution in how we approach food, ensuring a healthier planet for future generations. It reflects a commitment to global responsibility, period. Waste reduction is a key component of sustainable recipe development. Encouraging practices like root-to-stem or nose-to-tail cooking, where all edible parts of an ingredient are utilized. Recipes can be designed to minimize food waste by suggesting uses for scraps, peels, or leftover ingredients. Energy efficiency in cooking methods, such as using pressure cookers or batch cooking, also contributes to sustainability. Packaging choices for ingredients and finished products, favoring reusable or compostable materials, further enhance environmental responsibility. By integrating these principles, recipe creators can develop dishes that are not only delicious and nutritious, but also environmentally conscious, leading the way towards a more sustainable food system. Recipe management systems are indispensable tools for organizing, tracking, and optimizing culinary operations in professional kitchens and food businesses. These digital platforms allow for centralized storage of all recipes, making them easily accessible and searchable. Key features often include ingredient inventory management, automated costing calculations, nutritional analysis, and the ability to scale recipes up or down with precision. By digitizing recipes, businesses can ensure consistency across multiple locations, streamline training for new staff, and reduce errors associated with manual processes. These systems are crucial for maintaining quality control and operational efficiency, transforming how culinary information is handled and utilized. They are a cornerstone of modern food service management. Beyond basic storage, advanced recipe management systems offer functionalities like allergen tracking, dietary adaptation modules, and integration with point-of-sale systems. This allows for seamless updates to menus, accurate pricing adjustments, and real-time inventory monitoring. Version control is another critical aspect, enabling users to track changes made to recipes over time and revert to previous versions if needed. Such systems facilitate collaboration among culinary teams, allowing chefs to share and refine recipes efficiently. Investing in a robust recipe management system empowers businesses to enhance productivity, reduce waste, ensure compliance, and ultimately deliver a superior and consistent culinary experience to their customers. Intellectual property and recipes. Understanding intellectual property (IP) rights related to recipes is crucial for culinary professionals and food businesses, protecting their creative work and unique formulations. While a simple list of ingredients is generally not protectable by copyright, the specific expression of a recipe, including detailed instructions, unique methods, and accompanying descriptive text, can be. Trade secrets offer another layer of protection for proprietary recipes, especially for unique sauces, spice blends, or food products whose commercial value lies in their secrecy. This requires strict confidentiality agreements and limited disclosure. Navigating these legal aspects ensures that a creator's culinary innovations are safeguarded from unauthorized use or replication, preserving their competitive edge. It is a complex area, requiring careful consideration. Patents are generally difficult to obtain for recipes unless they involve a novel and non-obvious process or a unique food composition with a functional difference. Trademarks, however, are highly relevant for protecting brand names, logos, and distinctive product names associated with recipes or food businesses. For example, a restaurant's signature dish name or a unique food product line can be trademarked. When publishing or sharing recipes, it's important to be aware of the extent of protection and to consider licensing agreements if commercial use by others is desired. Consulting with legal professionals specializing in intellectual property law is highly recommended to ensure proper protection strategies are in place, safeguarding culinary creativity and business interests effectively. Building a recipe portfolio. A well-curated recipe portfolio is an invaluable asset for any aspiring or established recipe creator, serving as a showcase of their culinary skills, creativity, and unique style. It should feature a diverse range of dishes, demonstrating versatility in techniques, ingredients, and cuisines. Each recipe entry should include high-quality food photography, a clear and concise description, and perhaps a brief narrative about its inspiration or development. The portfolio can be presented in various formats, such as a professional website, a digital document, or a beautifully printed book. This collection acts as a professional resume, opening doors to opportunities in food media, publishing, product development, or restaurant consulting. It is a testament to one's culinary journey and expertise. Beyond just showcasing finished recipes, a strong portfolio can also highlight the creator's process, including behind-the-scenes glimpses of recipe testing, ingredient sourcing, or plating techniques. Including testimonials or endorsements from clients or culinary peers can add credibility and demonstrate professional impact. Regularly updating the portfolio with new creations and refining existing entries ensures it remains fresh and relevant. Tailoring the portfolio to specific opportunities, such as emphasizing plant-based recipes for a vegan food brand or complex baking for a patisserie, can significantly increase its effectiveness. A thoughtfully constructed recipe portfolio is a powerful tool for personal branding and career advancement in the competitive culinary world. Future of food innovation. The future of food innovation is rapidly evolving, driven by technological advancements, changing consumer demands, and a growing emphasis on sustainability. Areas like cellular agriculture, which involves growing meat from animal cells without raising animals, and plant-based protein development are transforming how we produce food. Personalized nutrition, utilizing data to create tailored dietary recommendations and recipes, is gaining traction. Vertical farming and hydroponics are revolutionizing urban food production, offering fresh produce with minimal land and water usage. These innovations promise to address global food security challenges, reduce environmental impact, and offer novel culinary experiences. Recipe creators must adapt to these changes, integrating new ingredients and technologies into their repertoire. Further innovations include the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning in recipe generation and optimization, predicting flavor combinations and nutritional profiles. Advanced food processing techniques are creating novel textures and enhancing ingredient functionality. The circular economy model is influencing food systems, promoting upcycling food waste into new products. As the culinary landscape continues to transform, recipe creators will play a pivotal role in translating these scientific and technological breakthroughs into delicious, accessible, and sustainable dishes. Embracing continuous learning and experimentation will be key to shaping the future of gastronomy and meeting the evolving needs of a global population.